Hey there, welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's close to many hearts: recovery. Have you ever felt like hope was just out of reach? Like you were stuck in a cycle you couldn't break? Well, you're not alone. We're going to explore 3 real stories of recovery that might just change your perspective. These aren't just tales of triumph, they're roadmaps to finding hope again. So, let's get started. Let me introduce you to Sarah, a 32-year-old teacher who battled depression for years. Sarah's story begins in her mid-20s when she started feeling constantly tired and unmotivated. She'd drag herself to work, then come home and sleep for hours. Weekends were spent in bed with the curtains drawn, isolating herself from the world outside. Sarah tried to hide her struggles from friends and family, putting on a brave face, but inside she felt empty and hopeless. It's a feeling many of us can relate to, isn't it? The pressure to keep going, to appear strong while feeling like we're crumbling inside. The turning point for Sarah came when her sister noticed her withdrawal and insisted she seek help. At first, Sarah was reluctant. She felt vulnerable and exposed, like she was admitting defeat. But she agreed to see a therapist, and that decision changed everything. It wasn't easy at first. She had to confront feelings she had buried deep down. But slowly, she began to open up about her struggles. Through therapy, she learned to identify negative thought patterns that had plagued her for years. She started challenging those thoughts, replacing them with more balanced ones. Medication also played a role in her recovery, helping to stabilize her mood. Today, Sarah is thriving. She's found joy in teaching again and has learned to embrace the support of her loved ones. Now, let's meet Mike, a 45-year-old former athlete struggling with alcohol addiction. Mike's drinking started as a way to cope with the pain of a career-ending injury. What began as a few drinks to numb the physical and emotional pain soon spiraled out of control. He lost his job, his relationships suffered, and his health deteriorated. Rock bottom came when Mike woke up in the hospital after a drunk driving accident. Thankfully, no one else was hurt, but it was the wake-up call Mike needed. It's a harsh reality that sometimes we need to hit rock bottom before we can start to rebuild. Mike's road to recovery started with rehab. He learned about the nature of addiction and strategies to manage cravings. After rehab, he joined a support group, finding a community of people who understood his struggles. Being around others who shared similar experiences was crucial for Mike. He also discovered a new sense of purpose in volunteering at a local youth sports program. Helping kids achieve their dreams gave him a sense of fulfillment he had been missing. It's incredible how giving back can not only help others, but also heal ourselves in the process. Our third story is about Lisa, a 28-year-old graphic designer who overcame an eating disorder. Lisa's struggle with food and body image started in high school. The pressure to look a certain way led her down a dangerous path of restrictive eating and overexercising. As her weight plummeted, her health suffered. She became isolated, avoiding social situations that involved food, which only deepened her struggles. Lisa's turning point came when she fainted at work and was hospitalized. The doctor's words hit hard. If she didn't change, she might not survive. It's a wake-up call that no one wants to receive, but sometimes it's what we need to hear. With the support of her family, Lisa entered a specialized treatment program. She worked with nutritionists to develop a healthy relationship with food and learn to address the underlying issues fueling her disorder through therapy. Lisa also found solace in art therapy, using her creativity as a healing tool. Today, she uses her design skills to advocate for body positivity and mental health awareness, turning her pain into purpose. Now, let's look at some common patterns in these stories. All 3 individuals hit a low point before seeking help. They all needed support from others to start their recovery journey. Each person had to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves. Recovery wasn't linear for any of them. There were setbacks and challenges, but they all found new ways to cope and new sources of meaning in their lives. The turning points in these stories share similarities too. For Sarah and Lisa, it took the intervention of loved ones to get help. Mike's turning point came from a dangerous wake-up call. All three had to admit they couldn't overcome their struggles alone. This acceptance of needing help was a crucial first step. So, what can we learn from these stories? First, recovery is possible, even when it feels hopeless. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Professional support can be life-changing. Building a support network is crucial. Finding new sources of meaning and purpose aids recovery. Small steps can lead to big changes over time. Setbacks are part of the journey, not the end of it. What worked for these individuals? Therapy provided tools to manage thoughts and emotions. Support groups offered understanding and community. Developing new interests or rediscovering old ones helped create balance. Learning to be kind to oneself was a game changer for all three. And what didn't work? Trying to handle everything alone only prolonged the struggle. Ignoring the problem or pretending everything was fine didn't help. Quick fixes or surface-level changes weren't enough. Comparing their recovery to others' journeys was counterproductive. Here are some practical takeaways. If you're struggling, reach out for help. It's the first step towards change. Be patient with yourself. Recovery takes time. Celebrate small victories. They add up. Find healthy ways to manage stress, like exercise or meditation. Surround yourself with supportive people. Consider keeping a journal to track your progress and feelings. Remember that recovery looks different for everyone. What matters is finding what works for you. These stories show us that no matter how dark things seem, there's always hope. Recovery is a journey, not a destination. It takes courage, support, and persistence. But it's absolutely worth it. If you're on your own recovery journey, we hope these stories have inspired you. Remember, you're not alone. There's help and hope out there. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like and share. And if you feel comfortable, share your own recovery story in the comments. Your words might be just what someone else needs to hear today. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.